Hey yo, flying arm bars. You gonna get this acapella. I start with, you ain't got to drive like me. Where you get your learners from? The hottest in karate, sparring, get your torture on. You gonna need some water, son. Muay Thai, your nickname should be ludicrous. How it seems you be loving them bows. It ain't bumping them bows when I put the ring to your ears, cause I be thugging like Rose.
Put a ring to your ears, and I ain't talking about hoops. I could put a zombie to sleep, so holla at me, George Roof. You think you're 10th planet cause your guard's soft like rubber. I put a foot in Diaz, cause I ain't surprised, motherfuckers. 2-9, what?
Yo, you gonna surprise me with nothing. I seen Rumble's retirement. You get boozed like this buffalo in a hostile environment. Daddy get treated like Joe, choke while he bleeding. Hands down, you need me. Like what Weidman's appealing.
I split them joints wide, man. Holla, Romero. Get your joints split wide, man. Like Bones on Vitor. Oh, we heard him. Shout to Joe Rogan. As your speed gets killed by precision, y'all giving me douche chills. Like sunglasses in the gym, Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson. Sunglasses at the gym. I ain't worried. You ain't touching my face. I'm Joanna J from the go. Keep this belt tucked in my waist. It stays in its place. Yair with the stunts. You getting kicked in the face. Compare me to a Cleveland heavyweight, cause I'm the king like James. Stepe.
I'm a rampage some more, so step off that king shit. Like the thug rose that slam page, y'all can bear witness.
Oh.
You passed your limit like an eagle on a scale. Maia chokehold is devilish.
Savage.
I'll see you in hell.
Savage. Oh shit. You know, to choke like Curry in the finals. But this ain't basketball. Like, yo, I'm mad. Let's brawl. During a barbecue in the spring like a Masvidal. Woo. My rhymes cut like scissors kick. With that scary flow. Got a little Pettis in me and I ain't Sergio.
Ooh, Sergio type flow. Can I kick it like Rufus? Catch me in the 5th round while you'll find me laughing so ruthless. The truth is, this a hard style match and you coming in soft. Count your eggs before they hatch. This your swan song to lob off.
Shit. Hey yo, I'm here to be the best. Every ad lib into it like DMX. Philly Warrior, that's how I'm about to rip. Don't bring the dog out in me like Alvarez. Getting checked. I stop all your takedowns in the cage. The diamond is in Dallas, so take wrestling off your page.
Bang! Hot out the page like a Reebok advertisement. Coming up in class. Game breads don't give a fuck what your size meant. You in champs land, when hands land, you receiving. About to break a Brazilian off like he did the curse up in Cleveland.
Oh! MMA, flying arm bars.
MMA, armbar, flying arm bars, podcast episode 1.
Let's go. Hey yo, you've tuned in to the very first episode of the Flying Arm Bars. I'm Twizzie.
And my name is Bryan.
And, you know, you could probably tell by now by the Unfurnished channels that we're very new. This is our first episode, but thank you so much for tuning in. You know, we wanted to create a channel to casually talk about the sport that we love in mixed martial arts.
MMA.
And we're neither pro athletes or journalists here, so, you know, just a couple dudes who likes to watch a lot of fighting, which I'm sure a lot of you watching this right now is the same way. Bryan does some training down here, though. He just finished his Muay Thai class.
I'm a hobbyist on my best day, and I'm an injured hobbyist on days that are slightly better than that.
And I just drink and act like I know shit after watching.
And the same goes for our skill level as MCs.
So, yeah, you know, just so you're not expecting like Joe Rogan, Bass Rutten type breakdowns and you leave all like with more questions than ever. We are trying to make that Joe Rogan money, though.
Joe Rogan money, playboys.
Yeah, in a couple episodes, we're hoping to get there. So, and at the same time, me and him are both MCs. So to put a spin into this and have some more fun, we thought we'd like spit some bars, you know, spit some raps.
armBARS.
armBARS, yes. And, you know, and what's currently going on in the MMA world today. And we're going to be talking about, our predictions for UFC 211 that's quickly coming up here in Dallas, Texas, which probably the card that I'm most excited about this year.
Don't mess with Texas.
Oh, man.
Big card.
These guys are getting spoiled for sure. Like, this is like the low-key card for every MMA fans, like hardcore MMA fans, like wet dream right here. I think.
That's true. This one is for the hardcores, I would have to say. 2 championship bouts on this card.
Yeah, and this rematch here with Junior dos Santos and Stepe Miocic on the main event.
In the barren wasteland that is the UFC heavyweight division.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you got going for this?
Who will be king on top of the steaming hot pile of garbage that is the heavyweight division of the UFC.
Yo, that's true though. Nothing has been going on. I mean, Miocic was hot. When Verdum won it, I was very, very happy. And he lost that right away. And, now we got this JDS fight back, and JDS hasn't fought in like a year, right?
That's
he
true.
fought like Ben Rothwell last. He looked really good in that fight, by the way.
If anything, if you were a heavyweight UFC fighter, you were always at least one punch away from greatness,
Retirement.
Retirement.
Yeah, exactly.
Or retirement.
Yeah.
That's just it. It doesn't matter if you're 40 or 30 or young and coming up.
And I really feel like JDS has delivered that to so many heavyweight fighters already.
That's
like a lot
true.
of these people like are not in the fighting game anymore. And that's kind of what I want to see in this fight. I'm rooting for Junior Dos Santos, obviously. But I also want to see like kind of throwback Junior Dos Santos where he just like throw like these like uppercuts and just like overhand haymakers like he did to Cain Velasquez.
That's true.
But I think that Stipe is he's not gonna get caught for something like that. I mean, the first fight was super close. I remember it was like a split decision.
Yeah, I remember their first fight having the feeling that Stone Cold Stipe was on the way up while JDS was kind of on the way down at the time.
That's when he lost like the title fights to Velasquez, right?
Mm-hmm. And I didn't think he was the same after that. But he has shown a new style that has been effective against the likes of, say, Alistair Overeem.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Stipe like improved enough? Probably has a lot more confidence nowadays.
I think Stipe has a lot. I think Stipe has the confidence to take the rematch, as well as I just don't think JDS has the footwork, the same footwork that I don't think he's ever had for the heavyweight division.
He's been more tactical the last two fights. He's been more tactical against the Ben Rothwell fight and the Mark Hunt fight.
He picks his shot.
Yeah, he picks his shots more, yeah.
But he still tends to move back laterally in a straight line, which is the last thing you want to do against a heavy hitter like Stipe.
Yeah, Stipe goes forward. And I think these guys are like, they both scrap. They both look for the knockout. Physically, they're both very even. But I think that Junior is more disciplined in his striking. I don't know how far, ring rust is a real thing though, man. Do you think that like having a year off like that and not being active and then getting a title shot right away, like is that you think that's a fair thing to do instead of just giving him just one fight to get it out of the way before getting a title shot?
It's heavyweight, man. Roll the dice and give somebody a title shot.
I mean, there's really no one else right there. You got
Absolutely.
Francis how do you say that guy's last name?
Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
Ngannou.
That guy's on the come up, and maybe Overeem wins a couple more fights, he get in a title shot. But JDS is probably the right one to pick right now. I mean, the rematch, JDS beats him. But yeah, man, like I don't know, like I think it's a scrappy fight. If anyone goes for a takedown, I think it'd be Stipe, and I think. These guys are both like really humble guys, quiet on the mic, good champions. They have so much highlight reel knockouts, but why is it that they're just not marketable?
I'd say Stipe is doing his part. He had a big hometown win, which I think got a lot of people on his side.
Thing, yeah, exactly.
And the Cleveland curse is a hell of a thing to have on your shoulders, and he did a good job breaking that.
Oh yeah, he beat Overeem with that. That was a fun fight too. I think JDS would take the title back, but you're going for Stipe on this one.
I'm going to go for Stipe on this. I think he's been looking too good lately. And I don't think JDS has improved enough since their last fight. Exactly.
He's got the Ben Rothwell win, but really there hasn't been much. But I still believe in him. So I'm going to go Dos Santos by KO, maybe KO, TKO, maybe round 3 or 4. Tires him out a little bit.
JDS, come get your chin checked by Stipe Miocic.
Stipe, Steve Austin.
Yeah. Stone Cold Stipe
Austin. Oh, yeah.
Miocic.
All right, so we got the co-main event. Boy. Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Andrade. What do you think of this one?
Joanna Jędrzejczyk, the Princess of Destruction. This is pretty much, if you were to take a Velociraptor and put it in a 115-pound female, you would have Joanna champion right there. All right. In a nutshell.
That's a sick description. Let me try and describe Jéssica Andrade. If you were to take John Lineker and turn him into a female.
That's horrible imagery. I don't want to picture any of that.
Honestly, man, the way this girl fights, she moves forwards, ducks her head. She's like, it's kind of like a Lawler, She's willing to take damage to get in there. Our Angela Hill fight was so nasty. The shit that he did to fucking Jessica Penne. It's scary. So I think that this can be a really scrappy fight as well. Like, both are very aggressive and, it could turn into a slugfest. I find that Joanna's a little bit more technical though, don't you think?
Joanna is incredibly precise with her flurries. And Andrade just kind of has that heavy hitter hunched over style that I think is probably going to be a bit too slow for Joanna, and I think she's going to tee off and she's going to take parts of her face with her. I think the more we see Joanna come into her prime, which I think she hasn't even hit her prime, she's close to her prime, the harder and harder we're going to see that game plan be harder to employ. Just the sort of standing off the side, single shots, picking your shots.
Oh, yeah.
Picking power shots, because, Joanna just ain't having it. She's championship material. And
yeah, for real. I'm excited, though, because I really want to see Joanna, get tested. And I think that if Andrade catches her, it'll be interesting to see how she can survive, because remember when Kovacevic caught her with I don't know how bad she was hurt. She's saying that she wasn't hurt that bad, but to me she looked like she was rocked. She was definitely rolling back and shit.
That's true.
Yeah, so I can see Jéssica Andrade catching her at least once here, and then we're gonna see what Joanna's championship material is about. You know what I mean?
So will Joanna meet her match, or has she already met her match and she's just passing the time right now?
For sure.
It's hard to see.
For me, I think Joanna gets in a bad situation at some point of the fight, maybe in the middle of the fight. But I think she carries on, picks her shot smartly, and then she still becomes she's still the champion by the end of this fight. Unanimous decision, Joanna.
Absolutely, Joanna. Gollum stare down.
I love the troll
Gollum stare down, and she's protecting that belt like it's the ring.
For real.
She'll take limbs off of that.
Yeah, listen, man, Joanna's probably my favorite female fighter today. I'm excited if Joanna wins. I'm excited to see her versus Rose Namajunas. That's the fight I want. I wish that fight would come into Edmonton and UFC 216. I'd definitely that'd be a crazy fight.
Rose is bae, but Joanna's wifey. So I'm gonna ride with Joanna. I'm gonna ride with Joanna all day.
Word. Oh, I can't believe this is not co-main event, or at least a main event of Fox card. Masvidal versus Demian Maia. This has got to be the number one contender for the welterweight. You know what I mean? Unless George St. Pierre fucking wins a middleweight belt and decides, I'm gonna go get my belt back in welterweight. This has to be the number one contender.
We are in the WME era. Anyone could be a number one contender. You could probably be a number one contender and get an interim title shot with a good enough podcast.
Yeah.
So I think the winner of Masvidal Maia is an important fight because they're one step closer to being passed over for a title shot.
Yeah, for sure. It's so crazy, all these fighters getting screwed over. I feel so bad for Demian Maia, but at the same time, it's oh man, Masvidal, Demian Maia, it's classic stand-up striker versus grappler. Crazy shit I've been hearing though is
not
Masvidal,
just any grappler. Just a grappler is a bit of an understatement for Demian Maia. This is the grappler
and a backyard fighter. So what I've been hearing from Masvidal though is he says that he will out jiu-jitsu Demian Maia. I think I saw this in an interview somewhere.
Yeah.
Have you seen this? Is this real?
That's true. I mean,
yeah.
Masvidal's
talking shit,
he's
man.
game bred. He's hood. He's a backyard fighter from Miami.
Yeah.
He is not going to be short of confidence coming out into this bout.
He's not going down there with Maia, though. He's not touching Maia. He's not grappling with Maia. I mean, who said this? Gunnar Nelson said the same thing.
Gunnar Nelson, dominant grappler?
Yeah, all his wins submission. And he goes I'm going to go out grapple Maia, and what the fuck happened there?
Looked like a completely different fighter.
Did not look like Gunnar Nelson for sure. So I don't know, man. Do you think Maia gets a takedown at any point of this fight?
I think Maia's improved, in leaps and bounds in terms of his wrestling and stuff like that. So his chain wrestling is on point, and I'm glad that he's, fallen out of love with his hands and Lumpini style kickboxing Maia, and he's going to bring it to the ground. I think he's
going to.
I think he can finish Masvidal in 2.
2, right? I kind of see this as the Matt Brown versus Demian Maia fight, and Matt Brown just looking to knock him out, and he does get a couple hits in, but Maia just either getting on the backpack and just smothering him for 3 rounds, and then get that choke. Finally,
Maia by backpack.
Second round. Yeah, true. Backpack. He's gonna backpack Masvidal.
But I don't know. Masvidal's been slept on for years, and he always brings it. He is by far top of the food chain competition.
True.
So
I did not see him beating Cowboy.
I can't.
At least that easily.
So he's on a tear, and his confidence is high, and I think that's when he's the most dangerous.
Just don't get
when he doesn't play down to his level, and if you bring him someone that's going to bring the fight to him, I think it brings out the best in Masvidal too. So.
Oh, for real. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy this fight. I really pray that the winner of this gets the shot against Woodley. I'll get on my thoughts on Woodley the next time. But let's get on to the next fight. Okay, we got going down the card. We got Frankie Edgar versus Yair Rodríguez. Go.
Mm-hmm. So, how many other legends do we want Rodríguez to destroy before I'm completely depressed with this sport?
Well, featherweight division. I think he's gonna fight Aldo at some point in his career.
I think so too. On the one hand,
at some point in his career.
On the one hand, this is how you build up a prospect. You give them either a wily veteran that's on his way for one last title run. But I think win or lose, as long as Rodríguez shows up and makes a good effort against, a premier name in the UFC, I think his stock goes up regardless.
Yeah, they can always promote him as just like, oh, he was on this wild run, knocking out everybody, but he just came up short against this, dude that's like a champion. Fights in both divisions and is a future Hall of Famer. So they can promote him in a good way anyway. Man, this is
hashtag
hard.
legend killer.
Yeah, for sure. Kevin Gastelum. Poor guy. I feel like I'm rooting for Yair. I like the new blood. And the reason why I'm rooting for Yair is because if Edgar wins, let's say Aldo wins against Holloway, they're not going to do an Aldo-Edgar rematch. I think it'll take another 2-3 fights before Edgar finally gets a title shot. While if Yair wins, either Holloway or Aldo fights are extremely interesting. And they can make that happen right away.
That's true. I think Edgar is kind of in like his almost Faber phase of development in his career.
He needs to win like 3 finishes, 5 good fights before he gets another title shot at this point.
You complain about the amount of title shots, but he's pretty much earned every single one of them. Oh, yeah. He takes out top contenders. And Rodríguez, I think he's young enough to either win or lose this fight.
Oh, yeah,
and not take too much damage in his stock.
All right. How do you think the fight goes?
Rodríguez by flying tornado kick.
You got Rodríguez?
Some sort of flashy shit.
Well, I think Frankie's too smart, man. I think Yair might catch him, but I think Frankie Edgar will outpace him. I've seen some cardio problems with Rodríguez when he fought, Caceres. Caceres was able to take him down a couple times from what I remember.
That's true.
So, I don't know, man. I just think it's too soon for a level like Frankie. It's good for his name, but competitively, it's just too soon for a top-level fighter like Frankie Edgar. But, Frankie got to watch out, though, because if he's coming in for the takedown, like, Yair comes out with some weird shit. So,
and Rodríguez is a tall featherweight.
Yeah, he's a long
lanky.
featherweight.
He's got range.
Yeah, he's a long featherweight. And that's what I'm saying. Like, his unpredictability is definitely going to work for him against someone like Edgar. So, you know what I mean? Like, Edgar has, perfect movement and footwork. But, sometimes just, like, the unorthodox abilities of, like, Yair. It's you can do some weird shit that'll catch you.
Yeah, time's taken on Edgar. I don't know how long he can employ that hummingbird-type style. 30.
Edgar's in his mid-30s, yeah?
Mid-30s, around there.
Whatever. Yair's like 24 or 25.
Which is like in your 40s for the featherweight division.
Usually we like to we're going to talk about the main card, but we got a really poppin' main event of the prelims here. We got Dustin Poirier versus Eddie Alvarez. I feel like, I'm going to say like fight of the night might be Andrade versus Jędrzejczyk, but I'm really excited for this fight. This is the fight that I'm more excited about because I love the lightweight division. And these are two like killers in the lightweight division.
No doubt.
Yeah.
155 is certainly one of the deepest shark tanks of the UFC. Mm-hmm. I mean, Poirier and Alvarez it's not even on the main card.
Did you get to meet Poirier?
That's it. No, I didn't get to really, but he did get to come to UFC gym, and he's a fairly nice man and a great grappler, apparently.
Word. Oh, I've never had that feeling where I met a fighter, kind of just, chopped it up with him a bit, and then watching him get knocked out.
And then watched your dreams die right in front of you, live.
That's harsh. That's harsh.
And much respect to anyone that steps into that cage.
Oh, man. So, yeah, how does this fight go for you?
This fight goes for me. I mean, Alvarez is certainly looking to bounce back. Mm-hmm. And step by step, fight by fight, I think he's looking to erase sort of what happened to him with his title loss to the infamous Conor McGregor. You
gotta think, though, like, how does that, affect your psyche, just a loss like that? And you think enough time has passed for him to, kind of get his, recover from that mentally.
Absolutely, mentally and physically. I mean, Alvarez, his body's got a lot of fight mileage on it.
Guy's like 30.
Guy's in his 30s, but he's been in
he always
wars.
Looks good. Yeah, but he still looks good
over the course of his career.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Eddie goes back to his grinding days here. I think he tries to push Dustin Poirier against the cage, try to take him down. Poirier tries to stuff it, land some elbows and stuff, but ultimately, like, he won't be able to. Eddie Alvarez will get the takedown. What do you think?
That's an ideal world, but like Alvarez said, if you bring the dog out in him, the dog's gonna fight, dog's gonna bark.
You think we get that kind of Alvarez here?
I think if anyone could do it, Poirier can certainly take the fight to Alvarez and turn this into a brawl. Whether or not that favors him is kind of up in the air.
Like, I wish that's the kind of Alvarez we get, because we get a really fun fight. I mean, Dustin Poirier fights are almost all the time like either performance of the night or fight of the night.
That's true. And I do see Alvarez maybe being a little bit overly cautious, not being able to shake. Maybe it could be confidence issues from his previous fights. But
Conor McGregor thing hurts, man. But Eddie Alvarez wins. Do you think he gets a title shot?
If Eddie Alvarez wins?
Has Eddie Alvarez ever fought Ferguson? No, they never fought, right?
Somebody's got to fight Ferguson. Somebody sign on the dotted line and make that blood sacrifice to the MMA gods for us. Somebody's got to fight Ferguson.
Yeah, for real. Man, it's really stacked right now. If Poirier wins, he's up there. He's got to do that MJ rematch though before he gets anything of like a title eliminator.
Like we said, everybody's one step closer to being passed over for a title shot.
Because you never know with the lightweight division, especially with King Conor being the champion. Then little Conor Jr. on the way. Conor Jr. might get the title shot even faster than some of these guys. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm really excited to watch this fight. Like Poirier winning would change a lot for the division. It would be crazy, but I think that Alvarez wins it by unanimous decision.
It's a coin toss for me. I say either or by unanimous decision.
Either or unanimous decision.
Either or by unanimous decision. Oh. I think Alvarez is going to go for the grind, and I think if Poirier takes it, he could take it by playing the distance.
Hey, Poirier has really good jiu-jitsu too.
That's true. Don't sleep on jiu-jitsu.
Do you think that he has a chance to catch Alvarez though, if anything?
Alvarez is a really good top heavyweight. Seasoned vet. So
it's again fought the best in the best division, in like the scariest division. So you never know. But Poirier, man, guy's confident right now. Man, thug jitsu all the way. You know what I'm saying? So that's our predictions for UFC 211. Thank you so much for watching. We're gonna come up with some more predictions, maybe some live reactions, hopefully in the future. And as promised, flying arm bars. What does that mean?
Flying arm bars. Well, flying indicates that we're rather high.
So hope you like it, hope you hate it. Comment down below on what you think. Who you think is gonna win the fights this Saturday? And even if you're watching this after the fights, let us know what you thought of the card, how wrong we were. And thank you so much for watching. I'm Twizzie.
I'm Brian. Tell us our rhymes are whack. We don't care.
Yeah, flying arm bars. Out. This is our first and maybe last episode, depending how it goes. Yeah.